Hello, and welcome to the Summer Program's Parent and Family Orientation. This orientation will give you an overview of the residential experience for summer programs and some tips to consider before your student arrives to the residence hall. Students participating in summer programs at NYU can be assigned to a few different residence halls: Founders Hall, Weinstein Hall, Palladium Hall, all on the Washington Square campus, and we also have OTHMER Hall on the Brooklyn campus. We'll provide a quick overview of each of them to help familiarize you with their unique location and amenities. However, all rooms in each of these residence halls will come equipped with a bed, a desk chair, dresser, and closet space for each resident. They also all have wireless internet access already set up. Founders Hall is the newest addition to NYU's residence halls, opening in May 2009. It's located on East 12th Street between 3rd and 4th Avenues in the East Village Union Square area of New York City. Founders Hall is a traditional style co-ed residence hall and has shared rooms for two in suites or studios. The majority of rooms will be structured with two double rooms that share a bathroom as well as a small entryway. They also have a microfridge unit in each suite, so there's no need to bring your own. We have a courtyard, resource center, printing station, laundry room, quiet study lounge with desktop computers, a recreational lounge with TV, foosball, ping pong, and vending machines, as well as a social lounge with a TV and couches. We encourage students to stay healthy by providing a bottle filling station in the lobby and near the 4th floor lounge. Don't worry about bringing a water bottle because most students will actually receive a nice bottle in NYU Purple, of course, when they arrive on check-in day. And lastly, we don't have a common kitchen, so students are required to have a meal plan. Students must be enrolled in a 10-meal per week plan, but can sign up for a higher plan if desired. Information about meal plans is available on the NYU Summer Housing website.
Weinstein Hall is located at 5 University Place, adjacent to Washington Square Park, at the heart of the NYU campus and within close proximity to many subway stations. Weinstein is comprised of 2 towers with 8 floors each. Most rooms in Weinstein will be double shared rooms with bathrooms in the suite. Amenities at Weinstein include dining halls, a resource center, laundry room, TV, ping pong table, and pool table in the lounge. As we mentioned previously, wireless internet access, as well as a water filler station and vending machines. We also have a dance room and music practice space that can be utilized by residents.
Palladium Hall is located on East 14th Street between 3rd and 4th Avenues. It's just steps away from Union Square Park and the Union Square subway station, which is home to many subway lines. Most apartments in Palladium Hall are 2-bedroom, 4-person suites that have a shared kitchen, common area, and bathroom. Palladium Hall features multiple study lounges as well as a TV lounge, computer lounge, and game room. There are also music practice rooms available for student use. And one of the campus gyms is actually located right inside of Palladium Hall, so it's very convenient for students.
OTHMER Hall is located in the Metro Tech area of downtown Brooklyn near NYU's Tandon School of Engineering. It is close in proximity to the J Street Metro Tech subway stop with trains running to the Washington Square campus in Manhattan. OTHMER Hall has a mix of traditional style suites and apartment style suites with 4 people per suite. Apartment-style suites have a shared kitchen, common area, and bathroom. Amenities at OTHMER Hall include 13 student lounges and a laundry room. Regardless of the hall that your student is assigned to, each one will have professional staff members known as the Building Leadership Team, or BLT for short, who oversee the operations, address concerns, and ensure a positive experience for all students. For any residence hall-related questions, the best way to reach these teams is via their hall alias email address. You can see them listed on this slide. If you have specific questions about your student's program or the academic components of it, please make sure to contact their program staff or the university program staff. We handle the residential part of their experience, not necessarily the classroom part. In addition to the professional staff, each hall also has a team of program assistants over the summer who help with the adjustment to New York City and NYU. They are current NYU undergraduate students who were selected through a very competitive application and interview process. Some even participated in summer high school programs like the ones your student might be attending. The role of the PA is to maintain the safety of your students living in the residence halls. They also coordinate extracurricular events for students to experience NYU and NYC. And they serve as a general resource for students with questions about NYU, their residence hall, or NYC. They have lots of responsibilities, but their main focus is to help build community and to assist in ensuring the safety and security of the residents in the hall.
We have so many resources on campus, but we want to provide you with 3 main resources that your student might encounter this summer: public safety, NYU dining, and the Student Health Center and Wellness Exchange. Public safety officers are located in the lobby of each hall 24/7 and are always there to assist with any crisis concerns. Our second resource is NYU dining. We encourage students to eat healthy, but we understand that pizza is always a highlight at the dining hall. WEINSTEIN Passport Dining Hall will be open each day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. over the summer, and the Kimmel Marketplace will also be open beginning in July. Want to learn more about the dining locations? Visit the summer housing website. Lastly, the Wellness Exchange is a great resource for students. The Student Health Center is located at 726 Broadway for urgent care, and the Wellness Exchange is a private hotline available 24/7 and a useful tool for students as they navigate some of the challenges associated with being in New York City or at NYU over the summer. Now, let's talk about the resources located right in the lobby of each hall at their Resource Center. The Resource Center is our hall's front desk and is equipped with mail and packages, loaner keys for lockouts, toilet paper, trash bags, and cleaning supplies. Students will also be able to sign up on the day of for the lottery for certain events in the case that they weren't confirmed for something they'd like to participate in. Essentially, the Resource Center, better known as the RC, is a one-stop shop for everything your student might need to adjust to the hall. And now we're going to take a look at what a typical day might be like for your students this summer.
Depending on the program, students will most likely be in class, practice, rehearsal, etc. for the majority of the day during the week. A typical day is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In the evenings and weekends, students are able to choose how they spend their time. We offer events for students to sign up for via email. Not all summer programs participate in events, but most do. If you pay the program fee as a part of your summer program, you will be able to participate in evening and weekend events. Students in participating summer programs should be receiving a weekly email asking them which events they are interested in attending before the start of their program and while they are on campus. Programs range from out-of-the-hall events such as Broadway shows, dinners, walking tours, museum visits, to in-hall events which everyone can participate in, such as floor programs and pizza parties. More information about the event RSVP process can be found in the summer program blog and will also be addressed at orientations when you arrive. We strive to treat all students enrolled in a program like NYU students. Therefore, we also try to teach responsibility with autonomy through the planning of events and the accountability of curfew. In general, students have the ability to explore the city on their own to the extent that they want. However, we have a curfew process in place to ensure that students are back in the building at a certain time. Speaking of curfew, there are some conduct policies that students must follow while they are here at NYU over the summer. Right now, we want to tell you about the top 3 policies that lead students to dismissal from the summer program.
The first policy is zero tolerance for alcohol and illegal drugs. The possession or use of substances is strictly prohibited on and off campus, regardless of a student's age. Any student found to have violated these policies will be dismissed from their NYU summer program without refund. The second policy is misconduct. NYU is committed to offering each student a meaningful experience. NYU summer programs expect all students to understand the difference between acceptable and unacceptable behavior and to take responsibility for their actions. Students may not engage in disrespectful, exclusionary, discriminatory, or abusive behavior that disrupts and/or compromises the learning experience of others. Prohibited behavior includes, but is not limited to, community social misconduct, such as abusive use of social networking sites, verbal abuse, threats to injure or harm another or oneself, discrimination or harassment, academic misconduct, such as lateness, disrupting another's work, cheating or plagiarizing, and program misconduct, such as breaking curfew or any other rules or policies of NYU summer programs or the university. The third policy is, any object thrown from windows either accidentally or on purpose will result in immediate removal from the program and housing. This is due to public safety and NYU's commitment to keeping neighbors safe. We'll now review some other important policies.
Students must turn in their NYU IDs to their Hall's Resource Center by 11 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 12 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. They may retrieve their ID every morning between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. at the Resource Center. If they do not adhere to the curfew times, they will receive official conduct action that will be placed on their NYU student conduct record. Consequences can include a written warning, a meeting with a professional staff member, mandatory workshop attendance, earlier curfew time, or parental notification. We highly recommend the students set a reminder on their phone or something similar so that they don't forget about curfew. Next, we're going to talk about the guest policy. Students must have their NYU ID card with them at all times to enter any NYU building or residence hall before curfew. For safety reasons, students are not allowed to have guests in their residence hall ever. This includes families. Students are assigned to specific rooms and provided with keys to that particular room. They must remain in that space for the duration of their program and return the keys initially assigned to them. There are no room changes or roommate requests allowed. Now, specifically for parents, if you are visiting your student and would like them to stay with you in a hotel or have them come home for the weekend, you must fill out an overnight leave form and submit it to their summer program to get approval for the student to miss curfew. The overnight leave forms are in the Summer High School Program's Handbook, available on the NYU High School website. And the forms must be submitted at least 48 hours in advance. Otherwise, the student will receive a curfew violation sanction. Now we're going to talk a little bit about FERPA.
NYU, as well as other universities, follow a federal policy called FERPA, or the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act of 1974. Essentially, this policy is in place in order to protect and respect students' privacy. What that typically means for parents is that if you call and ask us about your student, there is very little we can share. This is both to protect the student's privacy under law, but also for safety reasons, so we don't share information about a student to someone who should not have it. For example, we cannot verify that your student is in residence and cannot take messages for students. We can only contact parents if a student is experiencing a medical emergency or if they have violated a law or policy. Therefore, we highly recommend that parents and students decide together when and how they will communicate. Students will be busy, so knowing when is a good time to chat is definitely a good idea. Also, students should keep their phones charged at all times so that parents can easily reach them. Next, we're going to talk about the pre-arrival checklist. Please pay close attention to these 4 items as your student prepares for their time at NYU this summer. Review all policies and procedures in the Summer High School Program's Handbook. Submit photo for NYU card at photoid.nyu.edu. If your student summer program is participating in events and you paid a program fee, students need to check their email for event information and submit their RSVP. And lastly, look for information from their program about specific dates and times for checking in and checking out. Next, we will share the event process. Here is the process for signing up for events.
Students will receive an email about 2 weeks before their program starts with a schedule of possible events they may attend. They'll need to submit their preferences via Eventbrite, which is a website that manages ticketed events. Again, this process should be completed around 2 weeks prior to the event. During the week before the events are taking place, students will receive a confirmation email of the events they'll be attending. Some events are out of the hall and have limited space. Example of events include Broadway shows, sporting events, museum visits, tours around the city. However, we also have in-hall events that will not require a sign-up and everyone can attend. These events may include pizza party, ice cream socials, trivia nights, karaoke, outdoor movie screenings.
And that's it. Thank you so much for participating in our webinar. If you have any other questions about the summer residential experience, don't hesitate to contact us via the email address or phone number for each respective hall listed on this slide.
Welcome to NYU's summer program, and thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you and your student when they move in later this summer.